Fact check. Elle Duncan fired from Espn after Caitlin Clark interview? The truth behind viral claims. It's a fact that rumors tend to snowball completely out of control on social media. The latest victim, Espn anchor Elle Duncan, who was supposedly fired for saying something controversial about wnba star Caitlin Clark. However, our investigation finds an entirely different tale. The viral claim examined. YouTube channels and social media streams exploded with reports that Espn had terminated Elle Duncan's contract. One YouTube channel called Cait published a video on October 19, 2024, entitled Espn terminates contract with Elle Duncan after shocking statement about Caitlin Clark. They quickly picked up steam. The comments section filled up with people claiming they were happy about Duncan's firing. Some mentioned how Duncan was jealous of Clark's popularity. The facts: Duncan's still at Espn. Our investigation found that all of this is false. Elle Duncan has not been fired by Espn. There is no verifiable report that confirms this claim, just a video from YouTube going around. Espn's official records prove Duncan is very much employed by the network. Not only is she a host on Sportscenter, she co-hosts her semi-weekly YouTube show and podcast, The Elle Duncan Show, where she discusses and reacts to the week's biggest sports and culture stories and highlights. Current Espn roles: co-anchor of weekday 6 p.m. Sportscenter with Kevin Negandhi, host of The Elle Duncan Show podcast, women's college basketball host for Espn's College Game Day, wnba Countdown studio coverage host. Duncan's actual comments about Clark. The controversy arises from Duncan's defense of Caitlin Clark, not criticism. When Clark decided to skip the wnba All-Star Game three-point contest, Duncan supported the choice. Well, the reason why is because these women know that every opportunity they have on this platform, they have to ball out, because they have to completely turn around tropes or ideas or narratives or discourse. Like all of that is always resting on their shoulders. Which is why I think that this action by Caitlin Clark is not just the right move, I think it's unbelievably empowering. Our reporters found Duncan has consistently defended Clark in ongoing disputes, and when Washington Mystics co-owner Sheila Johnson questioned Clark's decision to be selected as Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Duncan reacted fast on social media. The social media evidence. Duncan's Twitter, @ElleDuncanEsn, is still active and has Espn logos. Her post regarding Clark from December 14, 2024 states, Caitlin Clark deserved Time Athlete of the Year, and as a member of the W, it automatically amplifies the league. To use the term unfair regarding someone's pedestal just because she's being put on a pedestal for something truly unique and transformational is insane. Espn's confidence in Duncan. Contrary to being terminated, Espn renewed Duncan's contract in 2021. Espn has given a multi-year contract to Elle Duncan, one of its popular Sportscenter anchors, who is now guaranteed to spend even more time with the people of Atlanta. Network executives provided glowing reviews. Elle has been an excellent team player since she came aboard. She has treated every assignment with professionalism and a great attitude, added Espn's executive vice president, event and studio production and executive editor Norby Williamson. The real controversy. Mev comments. Duncan has addressed valid criticism specifically for different comments. In a recent episode of her show, she was talking about Clark's minute chance for 2025 with co-host Gary Streisky. Duncan stated Clark was never a serious threat to A'ja Wilson, but nonetheless made the discussion interesting after the Fever's turnaround after the post-Olympic break. She also mentioned Nafisa Collier as a potential candidate for the award before referencing voter fatigue as a major factor to see a new player win the award. Fans did not respond well to these comments. Social media responses included, "Why so much hate for CC from Elle? It can't just be the fans, right? I mean, she has to have some deep-seated, hidden reasons for hating on a player like CC," a second fan said. Duncan's professional background. Lauren Elle Duncan, born April 12, 1983, is an American sports anchor for Espn. She joined the network in 2016 and has built a revered career giving coverage to women's basketball. Her most memorable moment came after Kobe Bryant passed away. On January 27, 2020, the evening after the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash, Elle Duncan hosted Espn's flagship program Sportscenter and gave an emotional recount of a conversation she had with Bryant 2 years earlier at an Espn event in New York City where he told her, "I'm a girl dad." Current status and future. Duncan is continuing her hosting duties with Sportscenter, while also extending her responsibilities for women's basketball coverage. Duncan also serves as the host for women's college basketball on Espn's College Game Day and as the host for wnba Countdown studio coverage through the wnba season. Duncan shows no signs of that type of departure in the recent programming either. Espn continues to employ Duncan in vital roles during the basketball season coverage. Pattern of misinformation. This information clearly reflects more of the larger narrative surrounding the false information aimed at sports media personalities. Our research did not find any credible news organizations, outside of unverified YouTube videos and social media accounts, that indicated Duncan was terminated. While these acts of misinformation stem from the public's perceived unsatisfactory basketball analysis by Duncan rather than factual reporting abuse, it is clear that this is targeted at Duncan rather than just Kyrie Irving or others. Media industry context. Persons connected to media on-air or social media platforms are often under scrutiny from audiences based on their commentary. Espn does not heel-turn established on-air anchors or reporter at any given time unless it is for justifiable reasons and a public announcement followed by documenting that element. Anytime Espn carries Duncan over that many of their network programs does raise questions about the reality of having been fired from Espn. The bottom line. Elle Duncan still works at Espn in several prominent capacities. The claims about her having been fired in the wake of her comments about Caitlin Clark are blatantly false. Duncan has always supported Clark publicly when she has been embroiled in controversies, making it ludicrous to suggest she was fired for that reason. The viral videos that fed these claims are rote examples of misinformation campaigns, incendiary headlines, emotional appeals, and not a single credible source. Sport fans owe it to the athletes and the community to fact-check their sports media claims in established news outlets before they parade unverified claims on social platforms. Underscore 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 underscore. Verdict: false. Elle Duncan has not been fired from Espn. She continues hosting Sportscenter and other network programs. Disclaimer: this investigation was conducted using publicly available information, official Espn sources, and fact-checking established claims. Social media rumors should always be verified through credible news sources.